Yo, I'm here. I'm closing the window. It is nighttime. It is nighttime, and it is live time on this Good Friday. Good evening. How's it going, people? Welcome. You're very, very welcome to Black Eye Friday Night Live with Wally. How's everybody doing? Guys, I had a couple of what is the word? I had a couple of test videos went up there earlier on. I got some new lights. Thought I was going to get some atmospheric lighting going and get everything going really well, and it just was sort of a disaster. To tell you the truth, it didn't really work very well. They weren't that cheap now. They weren't that cheap, but they didn't really work. Well, Diesel Man, consistency is key, buddy. How are you getting on? How's Black Eye Friday treating you? Guys, when we get a couple of more people on, I'll tell you the story of Black Eye Friday and why Good Friday is known as Black Eye Friday. John, how's it going? What's the crack with the kids? Poppy and Pascal? Did I get that right or did I get that wrong? What did you think of the Hulk, John? What do you think of that bad boy, huh? Roddy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to your wee dag. Do you say a dag or a dag? We say dog. Dog. It's Roddy's dog's birthday today. He's one. I thought he was older than Bruno. Doug. Ah, good Doug. The CC is the CC of the new saw. Right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys. That is not my chainsaw yet. I think it's 81cc. I think it's an 81cc chainsaw. I'll tell you right now. I need to get it out. I need to get it. I need to get it cutting at something. Let me see. I don't know. And I've been getting a lot of feedback. Rowan, yes. Yeah. John, there is one for sale on eBay. £499. I think it's a 281, or I'm not sure if it's a 181 or a 281. It is. It is. Hang on. I'm going to move this. The guitar is vibrating every time I talk. Guys, it is. It's my auntie's chainsaw. It was my uncle's chainsaw, but my uncle died a couple of years ago, so it's been sitting up in her shed. So I was giving it to see if I could get it running again, and I give it to my mate who's into engines and stuff and into motorbikes, and he had a look at it and he got it running, and there it sat in his shed. He lives in Achill, John. And what happened is that I got it back and just sort of started playing about it. But apparently somebody was telling me, somebody commented on the video on A Logger's Life, and he was saying that the way that I started it on the video is right. That's what you have to do. But don't remove the spark plug. Just very slowly pull it over a couple of times, and it sort of loosens up. And apparently this is not a fault. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just the way they are. They're really hard chainsaws. Really, really tough to really tough to start. Just, I don't know, just the compression. Like, to me, it would seem that there is, that the piston ring or something is gone. That maybe it's falling apart or something like that. But no, apparently that's just the way they are. they all are, everybody that has commented has said, oh, I remember the 181 we had, and I remember how hard it was to start, and so Dan, how's it going? You're very welcome, as is everybody else, of course. Well, as what was happening, Roddy, is that the piston couldn't. Well, this is what I was thinking. Pat, how's it going? Is that the piston couldn't get to the top of the chamber to return again. So when I removed and compression as well. So by removing the spark plug, there's no compression in it because the piston can just move up and down like that. Okay, so it's not compressing the gas up. Yeah, does that make sense? Barry, how's it going? Yes. My mate also said it looked like somebody had put double gasket rings on it. Okay, gasket seals. Sorry. So they're quite common in England, apparently, Diesel Man. So I think along the lines, my uncle must have been struggling with compression as well, and took it into a saw shop, and the saw shop doubled up on the what did I just say there? Jesus, somebody remind me. So he doubled up on the crank seals. Yes. Yes, on the seals. So to give it a wee bit more space, so that there was a wee bit less compression. Yes, does that make sense to people that are into saws? This is what we've been thinking. So the saw is just a dog, right? A dog. She's all sharp and it's ready to rock. I just need to get it out. Grumpy Toe, how's it going, guys? As I said before, time and time again, like I'm just sort of figuring this stuff out. You know what I mean? So, especially when it comes to engines and two strokes, and we never had cars or anything when we were growing up, so we never tinkered about with stuff. But yeah, so it was making that noise at the start. When I got it started, and I know what you were saying, Pat. It sounded exactly like the clutch springs, which happened to the Franken saw. So what I was doing was I instantly thought it was the clutch, right? So I took a wee video, sent it to Indiana Doug, and I sent it to Buck and Billy Ray. And Indiana Doug came back and says, listen, it could be that your chain brake's not disengaging properly. And that means that the band was still tight around the clutch, and that's what was making that noise. And I was thinking, yeah, that would be yeah. I get back to their second part. So Buchan said that chain's off the sprocket. And I was like, really am I that stupid to like not put the chain on the sprocket properly, make a video, put it out there for the world to see? And I took it apart, and it was a little bit confusing, I have to say. And it was off the sprocket, 100%. Yes. So I don't think they did it for a longer plug, Pat. I think they were doing it to reduce compression. Apparently, a lot of the guys who have them will replace the top end with a 281 top end. I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of extra space or something in it. And apparently they're much easier saw. I don't know if there's any major differences between the 181 and the 281. I am looking forward to a bit of snow, John. I'm not ashamed at all, Roddy. It's all about documenting the process. You know what I mean? And it always has been for me. So a lot of my videos, especially the bushcraft ones, maybe last year and the year before I really started pushing my skill set, and that they were fails, big fails, like so. And I would always say that it's super important to show all the failures, hey. But listen, I went a bit mad there. Went a bit mad, guys. The next, let me see now. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this completely. You guys ever see one of these before? You see that? That is a Honda UMX 450 XE brush cutter. Did you ever see one of those before? There's one in my bloody shed. The Hyundai is gone. It's gone. I didn't break it. I didn't kill it. I didn't take it out the back and put it out of its misery. Poor machine. I give it to my brother. Okay. I bought a Honda 4-stroke. So hopefully, yeah, Roddy, you might get some snow. Hopefully, I'll have that tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a digger in Red Branch putting in a pond as well. So Black Eye Friday. Who wants to hazard a guess why this live stream is called Black Eye Friday? I have no black eyes. What would I recommend? What do you need it for, Toe? What sort of work are you going to be doing with it? Yeah. 4-stroke. Oh, the Hondas are only in 4-stroke, I think. Yeah. Because it's Easter Friday, guys. So I live just on the border in the north, right? You're right, Roddy. And what would happen? Mark, how's it going? What happens, guys, on Good Friday? Well, obviously it's all over now, but normally what happens is that all the pubs in the south of Ireland shut. There's only 2 days of the year that the pubs shut in the south of Ireland, and that's Christmas Day and Good Friday. But what that means is that everybody from the south of Ireland that lives on the border heads to the north. And you would have all these little villages that dot along the border would have hundreds of people in the pubs getting hammered. It's hammered. It's like a massive drinking day. And they would batter lumps out of each other. Black Eye Friday. There's 2 Black Eye Fridays. Good Friday and the Friday before Christmas when all the builders finish. Because they all go and get pissed together and end up thumping the head of each other. So I don't know, boy. I don't know. Are you into Huskies or Stills? I would be looking at the Rancher's a good saw, but if the thing about the Rancher for me was I found that some of the timber that I'd be cutting it was underpowered. So you're talking about your 5.5 Rancher, or I would look at a 365 or a 372, which you can get for about 300 quid second hand. So Husky 440, 435. What CC is that? That's the same. That's one of the 435 range, isn't it? Do you know, I was told not to get an Echo, right? And so the Frankenweenie, the Husqvarna T545 or 525 or something, is I was going to get the wee Echo, right? TS27 or something. And the guy that fixes my saws said, don't get an Echo. He says, listen, they're good saws and all, but what's going to happen in 10 years is that you're not going to be able to get parts for them. So I got the Husqvarna. He says, you'll always get Husqvarna parts. They've been making, the company's been in business for hundreds of years. So, but yeah, they definitely seem like good saws. But I like Huskies, but still make good saws as well. The Farm Boss range of good saws is good. 300 quid. For 300 quid, you're going to be looking second hand to get anything bigger than your 440. I think that's probably the way it's going to be. I don't know what you guys want to come on, whether you agree or disagree. From my research and stuff like that, that's the sort of price range you're talking about. So yes. So if a whole load of birch out the back, I need to get cut as well. Oh, you hate they're still 039. Yeah, I would be looking at the 3 Series as well. I really would. They're bomb-proof, solid saws. Touching my desk here just in case that the Frankensaw hears me and decides to smash up into a million pieces. 39p, 350. I don't know what a Stella 039 is, Roddy. I see this joke going back and forward between people. What is it? I'm going to have to Google it. Is it a piece of crap? Is it? 320 used on eBay. 80 quid. Right, Roddy, you're going to have to give us the information there. I don't know what's going on with that. It's a pile of shit. Well, so he says. Are they that bad? Like, a saw's a saw. The saws have their issues. I have an MS 181 that I wouldn't use to hold the door open. It's a bag of shite. Okay, it actually, it vibrated the spark plug loose and blew out the spark plug and took all the bloody threads with it and everything, and I had to I had to get it bored and new threads put into it. And it never ever ran properly. But then I have a hunch that somebody might have ran straight petrol in it, so it's not a saw then, it's a paperweight, isn't it, Roddy? Will you not take it to your man and see if we can fix it up and get it going for you? What CC is it? But you have a 365, don't you? You have a baby Frankensaw. She have an MS 170, you see, so yeah, much of a muchness. I have 5 Husqvarnas now. 4. Am I missing one? Frankenweenie, Igor, Frankensaw, the Hulk. Oh, the Hulk is a good name for that saw, I think. 62cc. That's a big saw. I'd be touching on your 365. Yeah. So a mate of mine took down a massive beech at his house, massive beech tree, like. And I texted him the other day and I said, listen, don't be cutting up that beech tree. Let me come and cut it up for you. Don't tell anybody. So I'll go up and cut it up for him for the crack, make a couple of videos, get the Hulk in it, get the Frankensaw in it, get some really big hardwood action for you guys, So I want to push the saw content, you see. So, but that bloody that MOD saw, that video's gone crazy for me. Crazy. It's got like 500 views or something. That's madness for me for a video to do that well. So it's really nuts. Dan, English Woodsman, you still on? You out camping tonight? When are you lifted? When's your restrictions lifted, guys, in the UK? I know I'm in the UK, but we are different. We're different. Who's getting out? I can't wait to get out. Jesus, we are going to go camping tonight, but it's freezing. It's freezing. What a beautiful day, but it is freezing. What I would do is, I would definitely look at some of the tree range for your Husqvarnas, your 365 or your 372. I think you'd be pushed to get a 372 for around that price, but you never know. And I would definitely be looking at Facebook Marketplace. It just seems to be the way. I don't know how, if you bought one on eBay, Roddy, maybe you have some experience with this one, with your saw issues. I don't know how much eBay would cover you or how PayPal would cover you if something went wrong, because it is an engine. I know when I worked in PayPal, eBay weren't too keen to cover people, the buyer seller protection and stuff like that. They weren't too keen to cover people with engines, so car sales and stuff like that. So people would try to make claims. So that car doesn't work. He sold me a crap car. Try to claim back £14,000 or something. eBay were like, hang on a second, you went and looked at that car. You dope, yeah. So that's what I'd be looking at, too. Doug, you are slacking, buddy. Slacking. I love the new bar you got for your Echo. It looks well, Doug. Guys, my eyes are all funny today. I can hardly see you. But did you get it fixed, Roddy? Or did eBay cover you? That's what I'm interested in here. I just want to know. I just want to know, because I know they were silly about engines. What can you do? It's just one of these things. And here's the thing: I bought the Frankensaw of some guy on Facebook who I never met in my life, and he posted it to me. Like somewhere in England. It cost 13 quid to ship it. I think I paid £300 for it, plus 13 shipping. Oh, you didn't buy it off eBay? Okay. Hello. Come on. Come up and say hello. The cat's not up here. Come here. Bruno. Good dog. Come on. Come over. You coming up? He gets in trouble for coming up, you see, so now he won't jump up. Oh, look, there are the people. You see them? Up. Come on. He won't jump up. Here. Yep. Yay! It's Bruno. Good dog. We had him out all day. We're teaching him how to swim. We're teaching Bruno how to swim by throwing him in the river. Echoes are dear. I don't know. I think they're all around the same price. I don't know. He's gone now, Roddy. He's gone now. There must be like a 10-second lag or something like that. I suppose there needs to be, doesn't there? From when you guys type a message until when I see it. Yeah. So I went a bit mad, and I bought a load of. I'll show you what I bought. In the end, I went for DeWalt. Do you remember back and forward last year, guys, in November, when I was trying to decide what sort of tools I was going to buy? I was going to buy a set, and I ended up going with DeWalt 18-volt brushless. Batteries aren't here yet, but so can't do nothing about that. So yeah, these will be cool. Yeah, I've actually never seen an Echo Saw for sale over here either, boys. So that's the thing. And when I looked into the big Echo Saw, you see, Doug, you're seeing a CS590 for $399. That'll be 500 quid here. That'll be 500 sterling here, easy. And 500 sterling is closer to $700. We get the ass ripped out of everything. Let me just do a quick Google search for you there and see what that is coming up as, because Not even coming up. Okay, so the closest thing we have to it is so we have a CS 501 chainsaw, which is £468. So, you know, Usgeverna, and the CS 621 is 574. You know, so these things. The top handle. Doug has won the top handle saws. There's a couple of different ones. Have you seen the one that Buchan uses? The one that Ganges likes. It's the wee light one, but it has Stephen, how's it going? You're very welcome. But it's been ported by somebody. It's a ripper of a wee saw, boy. It's a ripper of a wee saw. But you then look, when you're getting into doing this to all these saws, you know, customizing them and everything, you know, you can make any saw a ripper, like an absolute ripper. Like, the work that these guys do is unbelievable. So, you know, there's a couple of different ones to use, Roddy. So Buchan in the tree, nearly guaranteed, will use an MS201T, which is by all accounts the best top handle chainsaw ever made. So, but they have a wee Echo one that they use as well the odd time. I don't know who ported that for them or who did the job on it. But Jesus, it's a great wee saw. Great wee saw. But yeah, that's the crack. I'm racked, boy. Megadeth. All right. Megadeth's a good band. Megadeth's a band I haven't listened in a long time, actually. What was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. It's probably one of the most awe-inspiring things that would ever have come out of my mouth, but I don't remember what it is. Guys, we've been down at Red Branch just sort of mucking about. Everybody's off school. The 355T. And what's the smaller one, Doug? Is there a 27cc? Nah, not really a band I ever got into, Roddy, to tell you the truth. I don't know why. See, when I was growing up, I listened to death metal. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, I would have been into Slayer. Well, Slayer's more trash, but I would have been into that's the one. The 2511. That's the one. And I would have been into, like, Holy Wars is a class song. I would have been listening to, like, Obituary and stuff like that, but I never got into. I didn't get into the softer side of metal music until later on, you know, Pink Floyd and stuff like that. But in saying that, you know, I would have listened to Leonard Skinner and Bad Company and stuff like that before I listened to death metal, you know, so just not Rush. I don't know why. Never was a band that I came across. I couldn't even tell you any of their songs, to tell you the truth, or who was in them. Anybody famous? Like, I don't like Sabbath or anything like that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's not a poster. It's a painting I did about 20 years ago, maybe. That has just always been floating about, and paintings get destroyed and stuff like that because it's not framed or anything. It's just on an old cheap canvas, and it. 2008. 2008. I painted that picture. The best drummer in the world. Who is the best drummer in the world? Oh, Neil Peart. Oh, I have heard of him. Yeah. I thought the best drummer in the world played for Tool. I don't know what you call him either. Yeah, I like Hendrix, but I don't listen to him anymore. Jimmy's cool. I like the Doors as well, but I don't listen to them anymore. Best bassist in the world. Bonzo's a good drummer as well, isn't he? And so is Lars. And and I do like your man out of Anthrax. I think is a class drummer as well. Dave Lombardo's a good drummer. Igor Cavalieri's a good drummer. It's not a good drummer. Geddy Lee, never heard of him, Roddy. Never heard of him. Best bassist in the world. Best bassist in the world has to be the lead singer / bassist of, name that band. Who's going to come up with it? I wouldn't be surprised if Doug didn't get this right. They're quite a funky band. He plays a 6-string bass, and he's quite a good bassist. I'll leave that one out there. Flea is an absolutely amazing bassist as well. Say what you want, the man has got some really good bass tunes. Really, really good. Really, really good. Yes. Good man, Randy. You got it, boy. I can't remember his name, but he's a mental bassist. He's a very, very good bassist. Rory Gallagher. You see, there's Rory Gallagher as well. He's only from up the road, an hour and a half up the road. I don't think I've ever heard one of the songs in my life. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. They're not just not a band that just never really came on my radar. What can you do? So. Yeah, he's good. He's a good guitarist. Best guitarist in the world. There you go. Now, pick that one out. Who is the best lead guitarist in the world? You watch it now, Roddy. Watch it. I don't know if Swifty's in the Rory Gallagher at all. Swifty likes his Megadeth now. I like that. I don't know, boy. I don't know. Best lead guitarist in the world. There's some crackers out there, boy. Some crackers. David Gilmour's cracker. Doug, where have you been, man? With scroll up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Primus, yes. Primus. What's his name? I don't remember his name. Randy. I was talking to Randy about this during the week. So I went to do what we spoke about. You can't get them. Les Claypool, that's him. Alex Lifeson. You see, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are. Like when you're talking about the best guitarists in the world, you gotta look at some of the best bands in the world, like Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and all these bands and Guns N' Roses and the guitarists that were them. It's just, Roddy, you're going to have to get on to Facebook and you're going to have to start sending me links to all this music, of Rush. It's always Rush. See, I'd be more into like Led Zeppelin and stuff like that. The Still 500i. The Still 500i. That is a bit of a controversial one, I think. I have never had it in my hand, and I bet you if any of us sitting here right now had a rip on that saw, we would love it. We would love it. Okay? Buchan used it twice. Do you know what I mean? Kyle, how's it going? Buchan used it twice, and I don't know. People give out about change in the chainsaw world. That's the way it is. There's a lot of people very set in their ways. Having something I don't Diesel man, I tend to buy the best two-stroke oil I can get. I buy the fully synthetic Husqvarna stuff. I think that's important. Bar oil, if you go on to a website called Northern Arb Supplies, I bought 25 litres of bar oil for £25 with free shipping. See, this is the thing, Roddy. Chainsaw with a chip. All the new Huskies are chipped, aren't they? You know, they're all computers, diagnostics and stuff like that, and I don't see people giving off about them. And all the people who are doing full-time logging are running them. All the people here that's doing full-time tree felling are all running the 5 series of saws. You know what I mean? Like, so, and then you're talking about people going, oh, I don't like auto-tune and stuff like that. Plenty of people using them. I don't see a lot of problems with them. But I think this is still sort of first sort of foray into it. But the 500A, you know, if you ask Doug, there's a guy on YouTube, and he has 500A videos, loads of them. I don't know where he is, Turkey or somewhere. His videos are insane. Like, this man is probably dead. You know, he has killed himself with the chainsaw. But he has got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views because he's using the 500A on his channel. You know, I don't. It's just one of these things, isn't it? It's probably a class chainsaw. I'll put a 20-inch bar in it. I'm sure it's amazing. It's an 80cc saw, isn't it? An 80cc saw. Yes? Now, here's the thing. A man walks into your house. He has the Husqvarna 181 SE Ministry of Defense green chainsaw, and he has a Stihl 500A. What one are you taking? Says you can take one of these, whatever one you want, it's yours. I know what I'd be taking. I'd be kicking them in the nuts and taking the 2 of them. Two-stroke motorbike, like a mix. I don't know. Listen, I know guys, boys be talking about running vegetable oil in the bar oil, you know, instead of bar oil in a pinch. I don't think it really makes any difference. Boys running canola oil and stuff like that, and rapeseed oil and everything. So bar oil is bar oil. I don't know how important it is in viscosity and stuff like that. I think it depends on the temperature, depends on what the weather's like outside. Yeah, guys, listen, I was in Dieselman. I was doing a job in Dundalk, and I ran out of bar oil, and I had to go and get bar oil, and the place where I normally get it was closed, and I had to go to Woody's. So I had to go to Woody's, which is a hardware store around here, guys. Big chain of hardware stores. And I bought 1 litre of bar oil for €15. 15 euros. Yeah, I felt like asking the cashier just to slap me a couple of times. You know, it was unbelievable. And I went out, got into the truck, went online to Northern Arb Supplies, guys, and they make the bars and chains that I was running as well before Oregon got involved with the channel. And 25 litres of bar oil delivered the next day to the house, free shipping. Do you know what I mean? Hang on. The water car. No. The 181 is a beast. The 181 is a beast that I need to get out, and I need to I need to get a process for it. I need to figure out how I can start this every time when I'm out in the field. And I need to cut something really big with it. This here, look. 15 minutes later, you're cutting a concrete wall. Sure. Jane's done anyway. Yeah, and I'm also hoping that the Frankenstein stuff fits it. So I'm hoping to be able to put the 24-inch bar onto it from the Frankenstein, the one that I've ran before, the one that I ran on the comparison video for the ripping chain versus the ripping chain versus standard chain. You know, so I just need to go out and sort of tinker with it a little bit and get it all ready to rock. Like, but it's a great. You know, there's no difference between it and the Frankenstein when it's running. It sounds exactly the same, and there's no there's no exhaust modifications or anything like that on it. It sounds the same. It feels about the same weight as well. Good man, Roddy. Is that what you posted to me? Is it, Roddy? Did you post that 039 to me? Roddy asked me for my address during the week, and he said he was sending me something. No way, Steve. Oh, that runs on water. I thought you meant like a boat / car thing. Yeah. Right. Where am I now, Stephen? You've shown me now. Poisoning people. But car. So the fuel is the water. Water is the fuel. Sorry. Water is the fuel. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Doug. The 181, the 281, and the 288 are pretty much the same saw. Now, this is what I don't understand, right? Why do Husqvarna do that? Why is the 365 and the 372 so similar? Like, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Like if you've watched the video where I created Frankenstein, where I created the Frankenstein, where I ported the 365 to make it into a 372. Guys, I am not mechanically inclined at all. That was a piece of piss. Anybody who tinkers about with saws or engines or anything like that could do that in half the time I do it. You know, so I've heard of boys using burnt oil as well, hey. So boys using fryer oil, and every job to go and smells of chips. I couldn't do that. Randy, you're only 42 minutes late this time. It's pretty good. I was late starting myself, was I? Yeah. Why not just make a 181 and a 288? You know, the 181 and the 281 are the same saw. I know, Diesel man. I'd be starving the whole time. I go, oh, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. So, and you know, the best fart joke in the world, right, guys? This is a little bit of insight to the sort of stuff that I'd be teaching down at Red Branch Bushcraft. Okay, so tell the kids, right, if you got a fart and it's a silent one and you're in the car, right? Good man, Randy. So let a wee silent fart out in the car. Give it about 10 seconds and go, does anybody smell chips? And everybody will go. Call that a delivery system. See what I do here? See these gems that I give you? You wouldn't get that on any other live feed, huh? Oh, it's so funny. So funny. It's like I've had parents come up to me and says, what are you teaching them? You want to, lock their windows, let her rip, give it 10 seconds, thank me later. So parents will be coming up to me going, what are you teaching them? He keeps farting and or catching his farts and throwing them in my face. I don't do that. No, I don't. It's childish behavior. Childish. That's the way to do it, Randy. You know, and that's the thing. Hey, is that the worst thing about the smoking ban, you know, is like there's no, you can't, I'm sure, I think it's the same the world over now, isn't it? It has to be like, you can't smoke inside or in pubs or in anything like that. And the thing about pubs is that now they all stink. They absolutely stink. There's just, everybody's in there drinking beer and drinking Guinness, just farting all the time, you know? It's like, oh, bring back cigarettes. I'll deal with the cancer as long as I don't have to smell somebody's bloody Guinness farts who's been on the piss for 4 days, you know? So a week plus 45 minutes. What is your penance going to be, Randy, on this holiest of weekends? On Black Eye Friday? Dun, dun, dun. Shooting farts is fun. Shooting farts is fun. But guys, it has been, it's been a funny week. It's been a funny week. It has been, the weather's been great. I haven't been doing a hell of a lot of stuff. Well, we can, yeah, neither do I. Neither do I, Randy. Not at all. Not in the slightest. I think funerals and weddings, funerals and weddings, and I even tried to get out of those. John, good point. Dieselman, good point. Roddy, excellent point. Farting is fun. Farting is fun. You know, it's like, you know, one of the greatest thing about having kids is that you get to do all these fart jokes on them. Do you know what I mean? Like hold them down and fart in their faces and stuff. I definitely don't do that to my children. I don't fart on top of them. Don't hold them down. Put them underneath the blankets and fart in under the blankets. None of those things. You know, imagine it would be mental. Imagine, you know, and if the decarter could run on water, then the chainsaws could run on water as well. See? That's not bad. Randy, you're looking at this from the wrong angle, man. That's good. That's a good fart. Good fart. Good fart. So, yeah, do you know, it really is quite random, isn't it? You know, we could be talking about anything on this live feed. I know that it did get a little bit hot and heavy last weekend and the weekend before, but it is like we have spent 15 minutes talking about farts. We've spent at least 15 minutes talking about music. So farts and music. So we were swimming in the river today. Well, I wasn't. The girls were. I was cooking sausages. That's what we're talking about, Randy. If you read Stephen's comments there. I believe you, Stephen. I believe you. So you got to look at you got to look at these big massive corporations that run the world. You know what I mean? I did not burn the sausages. Not burn the sausage, well, a little bit, but no. Who told you I burnt the sausages? So it's like it was that long ago. It was that long ago. Like they have hydrogen fuel cells, don't they? I don't know. And the only pollution the only thing they give off is water, isn't that it? How dare you, Roddy? How dare you? Go to the corner. Go to the corner. COVID. COVID. Hey, COVID, some crack. So people are getting their lockdown restrictions lifted. We're not. Well, we are a little bit, but I'm still not allowed to open. My business is still closed. So, yeah, water vapor. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Diesel Man, I was burning sausages in the forest today. We're down a Red Branch, playing in the thing. Yeah. So if you think how big the oil companies are in just even Look at America. Look at how big the oil companies are in America and how many wars that America goes to, that people say, oh, that's only for the oil, you know, and everybody knowingly shakes their head and nobody does anything about it. You know, so like the whole world runs on oil. It runs on oil. Everything runs on oil, you know, so it's or a refined version of crude oil. So it's it's the biggest thing in the world, isn't it? So if I was a multi-billion-dollar corporation that controlled governments left, right, and center, and I found out that somebody had developed an engine that could run for free on a resource that falls from the sky, I would have that person killed. I would have their whole family killed. I would have everything killed. Yeah, of course they are. It's refined something, but it's not crude oil. Or maybe that's what comes out of my mouth. Yes. It's crazy, like, when you think about it, you know. It's dead dinosaurs. What powers our engines? Dead dinosaurs, guys. Dead dinosaurs. You know. What do you drive? I drive a T-Rex, baby. A T-Rex. Throat sorting out. John's a great we saw, hey. It's a great we saw. The 435 is, I think, now I don't have a lot of experience with saws, guys. I just know the saws that I have is a very underrated saw, I think. It is super powerful, super responsive. When you get up into the 5 series of saws, guys, the 550, I had a rip on a 550 last year, and Jesus Christ, if almighty, that thing rips by, and it is about the same size as the 435. So it's a very small little package. I think it's 50 cc's. Nice little saw. Like you could be hauling that thing up a tree all day and it wouldn't bother you. So I don't have very much water left. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. It sure is. It's something that we take for granted big time, isn't it? Especially over here when it rains all the time, you know. So see, I'm not sure what the 440E is either. No sign of Bigfoot yet. I was in the forest for about 4 hours today. Like, what's going on? A 44E. What is the difference between a 440 and a 440? A 440E? Do you know what the difference between a 440 and a 440E is? 0.1 horsepower. Yeah. Yeah. Precious is right. Imagine there was no water. No water. We went a long time ago. I went an expedition. Listen, spring. We had a week of rain there last week, you know, and what happens is that it around this time, it's coming up my wedding anniversary and stuff around this time, and there's always like 2 weeks of really good weather. It's cold, but it's really sunny, always around this time of the year. Then we have the same in May. Greetings from Sweden, Pontus Froling. How's it going, buddy? You're very welcome. This is your first live feed, is it? Don't worry about the spelling. Jesus, man. Sorry, I think I spelled it wrong myself to start with. Wooly. I think it's not even Wooly, is it? They don't make them anymore. Makita aren't making saws anymore. See, this is the thing. John, I don't know if they will. I don't see. I just don't see everything going batteries. I really don't. Like, can you imagine them? Well, batteries like the. I don't know. Right, look here. Here's my spin on it. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay. The process involved in making the batteries for these saws and for these cars and stuff like that is so damaging to the environment that we are better off sticking with two strokes. Boom. Wally said it. Not really into cars or car racing or anything like that, Diesel man. No, I'm not actually. The odd rally, I'd watch a rally. I went to a couple of rallies and do rallies around the mountains here, and I went to a couple of those, but nah, not my thing. Not my thing. Team sports. I like team sports. Even though I've always participated in solo sports, surfing and kayaking and climbing and walking and what people call sports and running and stuff like that and kettlebells and all. I think I like watching sports. I like watching team sports. Yeah, I like GAA. I've gone off GAA a lot recently with the Grab All Association. Guys, the GAA is the governing body for the Gaelic sports that we have here. It's called the Gaelic Athletic Association. They take so much, don't they? They just see, the thing is that I don't have TV stations here, right? So I don't have RTE or anything like that, but I did have RTE, and the thing is that Armagh would get put out in the first round, and then everything goes to Sky Sports. I'm not paying Sky Sports to watch GAA. It's a joke. It's a joke. GAA should be free for every man, woman, and child in Ireland to watch, and that is the way I see it. Okay, it's our sport. Hurling is mental. Hurling is I played more hurling growing up than I did Gaelic. But listen, to give back to your community, only if you're into GAA. There's nothing else in these communities for kids except GAA. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know where you're coming from. Listen, they do a lot, but there's no alternative. This is the problem with Ireland. There's no alternative. The GAA is so dominant in everything that there's no alternative. So, and that's why my summer camps and my Saturdays and Sundays and stuff like that are so popular down at Red Branches, because there's a whole world of kids out there who aren't into GAA and are lost. So, nah, not boxing either. GAA is really good to watch. A good game of Gaelic football now is mental. Guys, for you people that are in the States or in Canada or in the UK and don't know what we're talking about, go on to YouTube, guys, and type in GAA, okay, or type in hurling. If you don't know what we're talking about, watch hurling. These sports are, guys, they're all amateurs. Nobody gets paid to do that. Nobody gets paid to play these sports. These guys are amateurs. They train like professional athletes. They play like professional athletes, which is, I don't know, what are the dubs up there? They're probably training. I don't know. I don't watch the news. I don't have RTE. They will be shocked. It is, I think the closest thing you guys are going to see to it is I know you have shinty. No, hurling, not curling, Doug. Her with a H, hurling. The closest thing that you're going to see to it is probably lacrosse. but it's not lacrosse. And the closest thing, well, I know, Roddy, sure, you have shinty. No problem, John. No problem at all. And John, do you know that I have Red Branch Bushcraft? Have you seen that? I have another channel. There's a lot of kid-based bushcraft stuff there. If the kids want to have a look and test some stuff out and make you get out into the bog. But and good night to the kids. So yeah, hurling's mental. So there's a very famous saying about when John Wayne, a very famous story about John Wayne was in Ireland when he was filming the Quiet Man, and they took him to an All-Ireland final, which is the two biggest games of the year, hurling final and the football final. And no bother, John, take it easy. And it really is sort of like a riot with a ball involved at times. It is super aggressive. It's the fastest field sport in the world, I think, is and they asked, John Wayne got interviewed after the match and by the news, and they said, and what did you think of your first hurling game? And he's like, I'm glad them guys it sticks. It's mental. It's mental skill set out the window for these guys. But it's like, it's akin to your NFL and your NBA in the same way, is that these guys are finished at 35. They're finished. They're not fit. They can't keep up. So because it's so high intensity. But unlike your professional sports in the UK or in America and stuff like that, these people don't get paid. So they they have to get up in the morning and go to work after being training. So they do training, whatever. Doug, did you spend that whole time finding that little emoji? Is that an emoji or an emojicon? Winter sports. I don't know. See, I like watching skateboarding and surfing and stuff like that. So I would watch snowboarding. So my brother, my big brother Jared, he's into triathlons and ultra marathons and stuff like that. And he would sit and watch a triathlon, or he would sit and watch a cycle race. Like, he would sit down in front of the TV and watch the Tour de France every day. And I'd be like, you're broken. There's something wrong with you. What? I don't know what that is, Roddy. So, sport, as long as it excites you, but sport is exciting. MMA is exciting, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it. Do you know what I mean? Boxing is exciting, but that's the same. No, timber sports. What you mean, like the still timber sports and stuff like that? No. Randy, fair play. No, I don't watch stuff like that. You see, I don't know. I'm trying to think back. What is the last sporting event? The rugby, guys. The Six Nations is a phenomenal sporting occasion here that we have. Yeah, I actually, at this moment in time, the only videos I am watching on YouTube are chainsaw videos. And believe it or not, I don't watch a lot of videos on YouTube anymore. It's seasonal for me. I know I've explained this to you guys before. It's seasonal for me. So, like at the minute, if I'm planning on bringing out a video and something that I'm not really, I sort of know what I'm talking about, and I need to make sure I have the finer points and I'm hitting all those key topics and stuff like that. I'll research it by watching videos and doing a bit of reading. And I'll watch videos on YouTube, but at the minute I'm getting maybe 2 YouTube videos a day, 3 YouTube videos a day, Like I come up and I try to do an hour on the computer in the morning, but I try just to do Wally's World or Red Branch stuff. I come up here and I go through my notifications on Facebook, and then I close Facebook. I have removed Facebook from my phone for about, I don't know when I did that. A long time ago. Hang on, sorry, sidetracked. those things eat your time. They eat everything. Steve Terryberry, I don't know who that is. Of course you are, Randy. Of course you are. So, and that's just the way it goes. It's sort of getting into spring now. Everything's starting to move again. I'm starting to the itch to get firewood in for next year is building and building. So, and the kids are back at school, so I have time on my hands. Whereas before I would have been sitting in the house. I do the odd time, Stephen. I could watch anything. This is the thing, and the Critical Drinker. Do any of you guys ever come across him? Like, I'd sit and watch his videos sometimes, and yeah, I still do that. Life hasn't changed that much for me. I sort of kept to myself anyway, did my own thing. Always did my own thing. Worked. I haven't worked as part of a team, or worked as since in 7 years. 7 years. So I made that decision that it was better for me to do my own thing, to sort of be my own boss, and whatever happens, just take it as it is, and it took me doing a year for a massive corporation to realize that wasn't my calling in life. I didn't mind it. I met some really nice people, but sitting at a desk at a computer for 10 to 12 hours a day is not living. It's not, and it's not good for you in any way. It's not good for here. It's not good for here. Okay, and it's not good for your back. No way. I swear to God, but I don't. Well, here's the thing, right? And this is the truth. I used to answer 999 calls, 911 calls. I know I've spoken about this before, right? Where you were dealing with, life or death situations. You're dealing with one every 3 minutes, where somebody is having the worst day of their life. Pontus, thank you very much for coming along to your first live feed. It was very nice to have you here. Every Friday night at 9 o'clock, I'll be doing one, and videos out in Wally's World. I don't know, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday maybe. Yeah, well, you see, this is the thing, Diesel Man. People don't break their back working; they break their back sitting. That's what they do. So I was answering those 999 calls, right? And it was at times mental. Like, the stuff that you were listening to on the phone was completely fine. And I would regard working for PayPal as the worst job I've ever had in my life. The 999 job was very rewarding. I didn't mind it. You just sort of get used to it. You develop a really darker sense of humor, and you just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? So PayPal is terrible. You would not believe the things that people would say to you over money. And sometimes you're talking about like very low amounts of money, and the lies that people will tell you. Oh, I am sure, North. Genie Mac. But it's were you doing it by hand, or were you doing it with a machine? Carving that's a skill, boy. That is a skill. You know, Randy, the call centers for all of PayPal are in Ireland. So you guys in America, you've issues with PayPal and you ring them up. You're talking somebody in Dundalk, which is 5 miles from here. But no, I didn't work on the USA. It was your $4, boy. Your $4. So I worked in the English market, and I worked in England and Ireland, and the Irish people were so ignorant to you, boy. Jeez, people were so ignorant. Uh, yeah, that's the way it goes, isn't it? That's the way it goes. So I hurt my back. Obviously, a lot of you will be familiar with the story. I hurt my back sitting at the desk working for PayPal. I actually thought I had damaged all my neck here and everything, and my shoulders, and I thought I had done it doing kettlebells, because I was lifting a lot of weights at the time, doing a lot of kettlebells, because it was sort of probably my body was telling me that I was too inactive at work after coming from being an outdoor pursuits instructor, going doing that. And I was doing a lot of doing kettlebells like 5 days a week, doing 220 kg kettlebells, which for me was a lot of weight. And I hurt my neck, and like I went into, when you hurt yourself, you hurt your back or your neck really bad, and you can feel it in your face, and I was like, I don't think I can do work today. I think I need to go to the doctor. And they're like, yeah, okay, Tim, go to the doctor. It's like, so it just never went away. Turned out it was the very bottom of my spine, very bottom, 2 discs at the very bottom. No, 2 by 20 kg kettlebells, Roddy. Yeah, I agree. A car wash machine for a full year. I know a guy that worked in computers, and he did he fixed those self-service checkouts. And he worked on a call-out system, so he lived very close to where the thing was, where the shopping center was, and they would call him, oh, this self-service checkout is broken down. He would come down, he would fix it. It would take him an hour. He would say, that'll be £50. They would pay him, and then he would buy his shopping with the £50. Why don't they just pay you in shopping? Randy. PayPal was mental. I like it. It's just crazy things. I'm sure there's. I had signed something to where I'm not allowed to tell you stories, but I'm not going to tell you any stories. It's just that there's stuff people will tell you. Oh, Stephen, I know when you think back on it, but when you think back on, like, I remember working not far from here, and it was I worked. You would be putting in 12-hour days a lot, and you'd be working sometimes 7 days a week for 120 quid. not 120 quid a day, like 120 quid for your week. I thought I was loaded. I'll work for free if it's enjoyable. I don't mind. Ooh. Listen, some days are tough. Some days are easy. Sometimes life just kicks you right in the nuts by and then pokes you in the eyes. That's just the way it goes, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts, as we say. Roller coaster, up and down, all those things. It's how you deal with it. That's the important thing. Toe, take it easy. £75, boy. You know, that's, and you look at it now, and you know, and I'm sure there's some of us here have worked for £75 an hour. You know, I know I have. So 40 quid a day full time, really. See, this is what happened in this country. This is what happened with the boom. Is that, and this is how Ireland got screwed. This is how Irish people screwed themselves. What happened was that we got too big. We got too big for our boots. Yeah, exactly, Doug. We got too big for our boots. We refused to do the normal jobs that we would have done before. I'm not working for that. I'm not waiting tables. I'm not working behind the bar. I'm not labouring down the building site. I'm not doing all that. I'm Irish. I'm too good. We have the boom. We have all this money. Look. So all the people, all the new members of the European Union, they all travelled all around the place and took up all these little jobs, all these waiter jobs, waitress jobs, and all these bar jobs and labouring jobs and handyman jobs that the Irish wouldn't do for themselves, right? The bottom fell out of the economy. Everybody lost their jobs, but these people were still going around waiting on tables and stuff like that. And what happened? The Irish had to go looking for these jobs again, and there was none because these people are already doing them and doing them very well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's just the way it is. Ireland will come back. The people of Ireland will come back. We'll start earning money again, and that's the way it will go. And then it will fall again because the Irish government is corrupt, completely corrupt to the maximum, and all they do is line their own pockets. See, there you have it. Music, farts, conspiracy theories. Yeah, it's the same, Randy, and Randy, it's all to do with the building trade here. So yeah, To, if you're still there, if you need any advice or anything like that, Jesus, just jump on to Facebook and send me an instant or a message on Facebook, and I'll help you out in any way I can. No worries at all. By help you out, I mean you ask me and I'll ask somebody who knows what they're talking about. But listen, that's just the way it goes. Things rise, things fall. It's how we deal with the fall. That's the important bit, you know. So the chaos theory. Did any of you ever hear of the chaos theory? Any of you ever hear of this guy here? And that was on it. This is not a lost book. This is a book crossing book. Please read and pass along. I don't know. Hello, kind reader. I've registered this book with bookcrossing.com so I can keep a track of it. Please go on to Book Crossing and make a quick journal entry and pass it along. Thank you. I don't know what that's all about. Chaos. Isaac Asimov. He wrote I, Robot and other very, 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 very good science fiction. I would read Dieselman. I would read anything. I really want. I haven't read books in a long time. I'm slowly getting back into it at the minute, and I would read anything. I do like sci-fi. I do like reading sci-fi. I do like reading. I do like reading war books. Like, there's two absolutely fantastic books there. That book there will scare the crap out of you. No, I've never read The Art of War. But no, that's the sort of thing I like. Asimov is good. I like all the Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I read all them, and Behold the Man. I never heard of it. Roddy. Roddy, that's another link you're gonna have to send me. So, but My favorite book of all time. Who would like to guess what Wooly's favorite book of all time is? And it is actually one of the most famous books of all time. Who would like to guess? No, I haven't. No, 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 no. It's not a holy book. Well, it sort of is a holy book. No, it's not a holy book. This guy. Uh, do you know that in Humpty Dumpty, right? In Humpty Dumpty, not once does it mention he was an egg. Mind blown, huh? Give us a hint. It is this guy. This guy, I reckon, he wrote a book. It was made into a movie. It was actually made into two movies. An old movie, a very, very good old movie, and a remake, which I haven't seen. And as they do. This guy wrote this book with the help of somebody, and a lot of people said it was all lies. But it is an absolute amazing book of I don't know. No, it's not Rambo. Rambo's a good book, but Rambo's a good book. This guy, no, it's not Dracula. Dracula is. I tried to read Dracula. I went through a phase of trying to reading the classics, what I would class as the classic books. And Dracula is a really difficult book to read and very boring. Didn't like it at all. It is. This guy is French, right? He's French. He gets sent to prison. For a crime he didn't commit. It's not the A-Team. It's all about what happens to this guy in prison. Papillon. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I must have read that book 6 times. Fantastic book. If you don't know, good man, Doug. I love that book as well. Hey, I haven't seen. No, not Jules Verne. I haven't seen the new movie. I don't know if it's any good. Jeff, how's it going? Guys, the book is unbelievable. Steve McQueen's in the original. Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman are in the original. The original is brilliant. And it is Charlie is in the new one. I haven't seen it, but the old one is mental. Do you know, like there's just like they're in French Guyana, they're in the jungles, and all the actors end up getting dysentery and malaria and everything, and Steve McQueen wrestles an alligator, like as part of the film, but he actually wrestles an alligator. Steve McQueen was a madman, you know, well, not a madman. He was Charlie Sheen's in it. No, Charlie. His name's Charlie. Sorry, Dieselman. Misunderstand. His name is Charlie Humanen or something. He was Jackson, Sons of Anarchy. So now, what do you think is Wally's favorite movie of all time? There's one for you. Something in the comments there made me think of it. Who can pick that one out? And it's not Papillon. It's not the Cincinnati Kid. I don't even know what that is. It's Annie. What's the difference between a film and a movie? You tell me. I don't know. Inglourious Basterds is a film that I do not like. Aliens is a brilliant film, but it's not my favorite film. I've tried to watch Inglourious Basterds twice, and Forrest Gump is a class film as well, but it's not my favorite film. But you're getting there's similar themes now, similar themes in Forrest Gump and in this movie. I'm thinking of Inglourious Bastards. I tried to watch it and I turned it off, and then I tried to watch it as well. Oh, True Romance, River. Jesus, man. Now you're pulling them out. That's a class movie as well, hey. But no, it's not it. It's not it. Yes, Diesel Man. Yes, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Yay! Apocalypse Now. Love it. Love it. Love the smell of napalm in the morning. Love the smell of napalm in the morning. Do you live? Is that about insects? Is that about insects in the desert? Stephen, I think I have seen that. And it's a mental film, all red colors and stuff. And I went through a phase of watching all those really mental sci-fi psychedelic type ones as well. You know, like have you seen Phase 6 about the ants? Oh, sorry, Stephen. No, I haven't seen it. Good Morning Vietnam is a good film as well. Very, very good film. Brilliant soundtrack to that. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Full Metal Jacket as well. Cool Hand Luke. Yeah, guys, they're all really good movies. All really good classic movies. Like, tell me this. Peppy, how's it going? Have any of you watched The Boys? Saving Private Ryan's a good show. Very, very good. That's filmed in Ireland as well. No, I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I probably have actually, but I don't remember. We used to sit and watch all those war movies when we were kids. You know, we used to sit and watch them all. Oh, Jesus, I couldn't even think of the names of them now. One of them flashed up somewhere. Oh, sorry, my throat's going. I'm out of water. I'm out of water. Guys, listen. Here's the crack. All right, I'm lost. I've missed something there. No. Stephen. No, I wouldn't watch that either. Whoever this poor Ryan is. Saving Private Ryan is a mental film. Guys, that book that I showed you there, the 1 Square Mile of Hell, it's about the Marines landing on these beaches in Polynesia, right, in World War II, and it's just, you know, the beach scene in Saving Private Ryan, it's like that, except 80% of the people die. Like, it's just, and it's true as well, you know. So The Boys, yes, The Boys. I think, okay, Randy, yes, The Boys. It's on Amazon, yes. Anybody watch it? So, sorry, Randy, I missed your, oh, I see it there. Okay. I'm just wondering, is it any good? That's something that keeps showing up in my YouTube feed all the time for some reason. So, it seems interesting. It seems interesting. I think I'm going to watch it. Guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to leave it there. I'm wrecked. My throat's sore. I've been talking to SHITE for long enough, I think. Guys, got a couple of cool videos coming out this weekend as well. Got a Frankensaw video coming out tomorrow. And I have a lot of Frankensaw stuff coming out. Yes, a messed up superhero show. I got a lot of Frankensaw stuff coming out, and I've got those videos coming up soon of me cutting that stump. And some wood splitting stuff as well. I know some of you guys like the wood splitting videos, and you know, so oh, I told you this already. It's Apocalypse Now. Sorry, River. Apocalypse Now. I was not in Trainspotting. Trainspotting's an excellent film, and I actually really enjoyed Trainspotting too. I really enjoyed it. Guys, good night. Thank you very much for listening to me absolutely talk nonsense for an hour and a half. Appreciate it. Guys, yes, see you all next Friday. Apocalypse Now, Roddy. Where have you been? Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now. Not Apocalypse Later. I am a teetotaler. I don't drink. Stay frosty.